born March 7, 1955. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabian prince and entrepreneur, a grandson of the kingdom's founder Ibn Saud and a nephew of each of the subsequent Saudi kings up through King Salman. He is a minor shareholder in Xavier with the Holdings LLC, and owns Paris Four Seasons Hotel George V and part of New York's Plaza Hotel. Time has called him the Arabian Warren Buffett. In November 2017, Forbes listed Al-Waleed as the 78th richest man in the world with a net worth of $39.8 billion. The wealthiest member of the family is currently Al-Waleed bin Talal Al Saud, with an estimated net worth of nearly $20 billion. Since 1932, the House of Saud has been the ruling dynasty of Saudi Arabia. It's one of the world's richest and most powerful families with an estimated net worth of $1.4 trillion. Al-Waleed was raised in Riyadh and in Beirut, Lebanon, before attending Menlo College in Menlo Park, California, and Syracuse University, Syracuse, New York, where he studied business and social science. In 1980, allegedly with $15,000 given to him by his father and a 130-room palace against which he could borrow, Al-Waleed set out to make his fortune by negotiating big deals at bargain prices. In 1990-91 he bought nearly a 15% interest in the Citicorp banking group for about $800 million, a sum that he parlayed into nearly $2 billion. In addition, he held an 11% interest in the Saks Fifth Avenue retail chain. As the chairman of United Saudi Commercial Bank, a small but highly efficient and profitable concern, Al-Waleed led a number of takeovers, including the 1993 acquisition of Panda's Supermarket Co., which, after merging with Al-Azizia Supermarket Co., recorded a tenfold increase in the profitability in the first 6 months of 1994. In July of that year, Al-Waleed acquired a 50% interest in the Fairmont Group of hotels in the United States, and in September he completed a deal for a 25% stake in Canada's Four Seasons Hotels. In October he successfully negotiated the takeover of Saudi Livestock Company. One of the prince's most highly publicized deals was the 24% interest he bought in Euro Disneyland Paris in June 1994, which was suffering from severe financial difficulties partly brought on by lower-than-expected attendance. The stock value of the parent company, Euro Disney SEA, had fallen by 20%, and the theme park had lost more than $1 billion since its opening in 1992. His plan was to turn the park around financially by investing another $100 million in the construction of a nearby convention center, which, it was thought, would help draw conventioneers and their families to the theme park. Al-Waleed was able to double his investment, and in the short term the park was revived and became one of Europe's most successful attractions. A second park was opened nearby to capitalize on this momentum. Although the project's fortunes declined again in the early 21st century, Al-Waleed remained faithful to it. The global financial crisis at the end of the first decade of the 21st century did not spare Al-Waleed's investments. Prominent among these was Citigroup, which had been formed by a merger of Citicorp and Travelers Group, Incorporated, in 1998. Beginning in 2007, Citigroup suffered billions of dollars in losses during the subprime mortgage crisis, a severe contraction of liquidity in credit markets worldwide brought about by the steep devaluation of mortgage-backed securities. In January 2008, Al-Waleed joined other investors in an effort to infuse Citigroup with capital. Efforts by the U.S. government to rescue Citigroup included one attempt in late February 2009 in which the government acquired a greater stake in the enterprise by converting a portion of its preferred shares to common stock. The decision greatly cost preferred stockholders and Al-Waleed among them who, as a result of the decision, saw their stock diluted. In November 2017, Al-Waleed was detained in Saudi Arabia along with dozens of other princes, business leaders, and officials in the sweeping anti-corruption probe. Saudi authorities did not disclose the specific charges against the detained individuals, who included some of the wealthiest and most powerful figures in the country, which led many observers to conclude that the actual goal had been to undermine potential rivals of the recently appointed Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. Within days of the sweep, the authorities began to release detainees who had agreed to pay large financial settlements to the Saudi government. Al-Waleed remained in custody until late January 2018, when he reached an undisclosed settlement with Saudi authorities.